When going to Paris last week, I did not plan on buying Louis Vuitton bags, plural bags, or even one for that matter, but here we are. If you know anything about me, then you may know that I am very picky with how I spend my money. Some may call it cheap, I call it mindful. Besides traveling, which I feel like is an essential for life enrichment, I don't really splurge on myself very often or at all, especially on material things. So the fact that I came home from Paris with this is very out of character for me. If you're new here, hi, I'm Miranda. Welcome to my channel where I usually talk about budget-friendly beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. If that sounds interesting to you, then become the newest member of the Slashed Squad by hitting subscribe and the bell icon. Come to think of it though, this video kind of falls within that category still because I learned that when you buy Louis Vuitton in Paris, you actually save a buttload of money. A little bit more on that later. I will share a complete cost breakdown of what I paid and the conversion from euro to dollar. So one of the first things that we actually ended up doing in Paris was walking down Champs-Élysées as we were waiting for the Arc de Triomphe to open. So if you're unfamiliar, Champs-Élysées is one of the most famous, iconic shopping areas in Paris. It is the street where you can find all of the high fashion boutiques. And the Louis Vuitton store cannot be ignored. It is a huge store on one of the corners of this street with a beautiful window display, so colorful. And inside, it's like a museum. First of all, it's gigantic. You can get lost in there for hours, which we kind of did because I kept taking escalators and then ending up on the same floor that I started on. But they have all their current collection and cult classic items on display, and it is just mesmerizing walking through. So I was perfectly happy with just window shopping, but I did keep coming back to this one style. I just kept coming back to it to look at it up close. So after being in that store for maybe 45 minutes, I started talking to Adam a little bit more seriously about actually buying something.
Hey everyone, so I'm in Paris. We were just in the Louis store on Champs-Élysées, which is a very famous shopping district. There's Adam. And I feel like one thing that's like a great thing to bring home from Paris is a designer bag. So we were in the Louis store, I saw a style that I liked, but we are about a 7-minute walk from the Chanel store. Gonna look in there and see if anything catches my eye. So we'll see what happens if I end up backing out.
She always backs out. Girl, you gotta commit.
So we'll see. I feel like every girl needs a good designer bag in their, you know, closet. Where else better to buy it than Paris? So unfortunately, that Chanel store was not a bag store, it was a Chanel beauty store, which was kind of cool, but didn't feel like I got a fair shot because I couldn't see the actual bags.
She done backed out again.
No, I didn't back out. It's just like I want to be able to see the bags, you know, before I just decide to buy the first one I see and like. So I did say that I will buy one fancy thing from Paris before we leave, whether or not that's at the airport and get the duty free. But yeah, I don't want to just buy the first thing I see and then if I see something later on the trip, regret it. You know what I mean?
Don't count on it, folks. You're never going to see this video.
I am a practical person when it comes to my spending, even if it's luxury.
So that first day I didn't end up buying anything, even though I was very tempted. I just didn't want to spend all my money like the first day we got there on the first thing that I saw. But the next day we found ourselves with a few hours to kill between lunch and our next activity.
So we finished up lunch. Adam tried 2 escargots. Very proud. We have the catacombs in a couple hours, but in the meantime, we found a little shopping district that has a Chanel store right next to a Louis store, and since yesterday I was not confident enough to pull the trigger.
What did I tell you?
We're going to look again, and like I said, I've made a promise. I'm not leaving Paris without a designer bag, so this is it.
She's made commitments.
I've made a commitment. So, but I did want to see what Chanel had in store before I committed to a Louis. I'm not sure if one is, you know, better per se than the other, but yeah, I'm leaving today with a designer bag. So let's go see what they have in store. Okay, so Chanel didn't let us film in there, but also I wasn't a huge fan of the bag selection that they had.
Boring.
So we're coming back to the Louis Vuitton part of this like department store, and it seems like they have a lot more options. So I'm excited to see if maybe they have the same bag that I was looking for at the Champs-Élysées. And we'll see what I end up with, because
Guys, it's like a luxury department store in here.
It
they have
is.
like Christian Dior and Chanel.
But it's weird because it's like, it's almost like they have their own little stalls, and then there's a beauty section behind me, so it's really neat.
So we headed back to the Louis Vuitton section, and we were assigned a sales associate that started pulling styles that I was asking to see. And then as we were waiting to be assigned a sales associate, I had actually started scrolling through Instagram to just kind of discover other styles, and I saw this one called Bond Street that I really liked.
What do you think, babe?
Do you like this one? I kind of like this one too.
That one's cute.
It's a little bit more expensive, but
Here, come over here and show me the pockets. Show me the pockets.
I do like slip. I love organization, so.
Look at these two little doodles.
I like a thicker strap on that one.
Okay.
This one's definitely more night out.
And after trying on both the Locky BB and the Bond Street, I asked the sales associate to show me one other style, and at this point, a completely other sales associate was walking by, saw that we were filming this process, asked us to immediately stop filming and delete all the footage that we took in store. Clearly, we didn't, but because of that, you did not see me try on this third style that I ended up loving so much. I was going back and forth whether to buy this third style or the Locky BB, and in the end, I just could not choose one or the other, so I asked her to box up both. Luckily, Adam had a surprise up his sleeve.
So my bags are currently being packed up by our Louis Vuitton salesperson, and thank you to my amazing hubby, because he surprised me and said that he was actually going to purchase one of the bags for me, since I did decide to get two, which was a big surprise for me.
So yeah, Adam surprised me by telling me he was going to pay for one of the bags. So thank you so much, Adam. You are the best. I love you. Mwah. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the unboxing so you can see what I brought home from Louis Vuitton Paris. Alrighty, so first let's go ahead and open the big one, because you probably have an idea of what it is. I absolutely love the way that they wrapped the boxes. It really just does feel like a present for yourself. And this is just the care card and whatnot that used to be in the bag, but I had taken it out previously. And here she is. So this is the Locky BB in the monogram and red. It did come in a lot of different colors, but I feel like the red was just such a beautiful statement and a good pop of color. And it's definitely a mini bag, but I still feel like it's pretty roomy. Check out that beautiful lock detail. It's definitely large and in charge, but I think it is just so gorgeous. And I'm kind of trying to keep the metal protector that's on here, there's like a little film on, for as long as I can, because I am a little worried about scratching this. But here is what she looks like. So freaking cute. All right, let's open her up. So this is a snap closure, but it is a very, very strong clasp, so I'm not worried about this falling open. And then inside is a microfiber material, which again, I'm a little nervous about ruining, so I'm probably going to be using a lot of pouches inside this to just keep dirtiness out of the lining. But we have one main compartment and then a slip pocket, and it did come with a crossbody strap. Okay, so for the second bag, you have not seen this yet. You didn't even get to see me try it on, but clearly it is a little bit smaller of a box. So this little cutie is the Pochette Félicie, and she can be used either as a clutch like so, but there is a crossbody chain inside, which I really like. And the inside here is a red fabric, and what I thought really elevated the value of this bag was the fact that it actually came with these inserts for organization, because I guess it's kind of considered like a wallet clutch. So it comes with this card and bill holder, which I think is really handy, because that way I don't need to get another wallet just to fit it into this bag. And then just a zipper clutch for any other, you know, small items. So inside we've got the main compartment, again, a slip pocket in the back. So I love this little pochette, and what I think is really neat, because the inside of the bag is red, if I wanted to make this a little bit more daytime, I could take the chain off and actually use the crossbody strap from my Lockie and kind of convert this into a little bit more of a daytime looking bag. But I think you can kind of rock the chain either way as long as your outfit allows it. So that is the Pochette Felicie. Okay, so now I'm gonna share with you the price breakdown so you can really get an idea of actually how much money I saved by buying these bags in Paris. All right, so I did the math the best I could, and here's what we ended up with. So first, let's start off with the Lockie BB. In the United States, this costs $1,700. In euro, it's priced at $1,290, which includes sales tax. Now, when you are not a European Union citizen, you can get your sales tax back at the airport. So that is additional savings on top of the fact that it's just cheaper priced in euro. So 1290 euro equals out to about 1,425 US dollars. And after the tax refund, which came out to about 161 US dollars, in total, this bag cost me around 1,264 US dollars. Big savings for such a beautiful, beautiful bag. The Pochette Felicie savings were not any less impressive. So in the United States, this is priced at $1,030. In euro, it's only 700, which includes tax, so that equals out to about 773 US dollars. My tax refund on this was in the ballpark of 83 US dollars, which means in total I paid about $690 for the Pochette Felicie. In Paris, this was about the average savings that I was seeing per item when I was comparing them on both the France website and the US website. Tell me which bag I brought home is your favorite in the comments below. Today's shout out goes to Tara. Thanks for being a Slashed Squad member. And join me in this video next where I show you what I brought with me to Paris in terms of my beauty routine. I'll see you over there. Bye!